Hello, Casa Artists. So I want to just give you an example of one way you could draw a robot, but when I do, I want you to think about other kinds of shapes and lines that you might be able to use instead, okay? So we're going to begin our robot. We're going to be using a lot of rectangles and circles to begin with, and then we'll be adding some lines too. So I'm going to start with the center of his body. This is kind of his torso. And I'm just going to draw a rectangle. So we have two sets of parallel lines, right? Parallels when they're going the same direction and never crossing. Those two are parallel. Those two are parallel. So two sets of parallel lines. And then I'm going to be drawing a few little rectangles on each side. So I have one here. And that line there finishes that little rectangle. I want another one just like it over here on this side. And then one a little wider up at the top. And one even wider down at the bottom. And those are going to be sort of the connections for the arms. And then the legs will come down here. And the head will be up here. So this is almost like its neck, if a robot had a neck. Okay, so next thing is going to be adding on the robot's head, and that's going to be another rectangle, not quite as big as the one that made the body. So again, two sets of parallel lines make a rectangle. So there's the head, and then I'm going to add on some more parts of the head right now. So his eyes are going to be two circles, and I'm going to put just some little circles down here. I'm going to imagine that that's his mouth, and they might light up depending on his mood. And I'm going to put another kind of oval shape around his eyes just to kind of separate them from the mouth. Then I need a few more little rectangles. I'm going to put a little one here, and maybe a half circle shape there, and then another one on the other side, and a little half shape there. Then one on top. Okay. I'm going to come back and add some more things in a little bit, but I want to get the legs on, and then the arms, and then I'll come back with those details. So down here with the legs, those are kind of like his little thighs. I know they're really short, huh? And then these are kind of like his little squares are going to be his knees, if a robot had knees. Some robots do not look really human-like at all, right? Like R2-D2 is definitely not human-shaped. But this guy's a little bit more human-like in a way. So now his bottom half of his legs and sort of his feet, if he had feet. These are kind of like very longish trapezoid shapes. And then I'm going to add a few more little long skinny rectangles. We got a lot of rectangles going on, don't we? And then we're going to have, I'm going to go ahead and put his feet on here, and I'm going to let him have two little circles for his feet. So he actually can go different directions. He could walk. He could roll sideways either way, or I imagine he could roll forward or backward or whichever way he wants to turn his wheels. Then let's get his arms on there. And I like to actually give him kind of curved arms. Now, how could his arms be curved like that? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put his little hands on there. And one over here on the other side. I'm trying not to smudge my drawing. This arm might be a little bit longer, but hopefully you get the point. So, yeah. And then, if you noticed in the book, sometimes when something is kind of curved so that it can be bent, they kind of have these little sections, little metal sections. Almost kind of like an insect in a way, if you've ever noticed what their legs look like close up. So, over here, These lines are a little harder because I'm trying to not smudge them. Maybe one. That one's a little bendy. Okay. All right, I'm getting there, guys. Couple other things. I want to, let's see, what else can I add here? I want to add, if you remember in the book, there were a lot of little kind of bolts holding sections of metal together. And I want a few more little switches here to turn things on and off. And maybe put another rectangle here in the middle. Pretend you can see his heart beating. You can put whatever you want in the middle. It's sort of like a little TV screen. And then the last thing I kind of like to add, well, I'll give him some ground to be moving along on, so he's not just floating there in the air. I'm going to give him some little antenna type things. So I've got maybe one here, maybe one over here, and I'm going to give him a kind of acrylic-y one up here over his head, so he can get really, really awesome reception. All right, that is my crazy robot. I hope you like him, but you're going to be able to choose from lots of different shapes too. So have fun, and I can't wait to see what you make.